So wow, how cool! How you guys just straddled these different tones. How did you conceive of the film originally in terms of like what it was going to feel like in that sense?
Well, Alex had made a different short film that was kind of a post-apocalyptic movie about people having sort of a party in sort of a sunken, like a place that is having a flood. And so we wanted to have a screening of that with some other short films, so we were like, we should make some other things that go along with that. And then we went to Patty's Diner in Toluca Lake, all right? And we had the idea of like a couple that had a UFO over their house, and that they were just kind of trying to go along their normal experience of life during that. Yeah.
Well, we did kind of come up with it after the fires in January and the experience of whether or not, going back to work. It was just such a weird time that we were kind of, I don't know, I think it was born out of that emotional experience.
Yeah, cool. I'm curious for you, in terms of your character. It feels like there's like a lot of subtext about this relationship, and it seems like it's maybe like falling apart, right? And so how did you? And, I mean, because you were so exasperated with him, and he was kind of like, wasn't that bad a guy. But so what was going on as a character for you? How did you give yourself a backstory for that?
I mean, to say that it's autobiographical at all seems like, yeah, I don't know. I just, well, part of the experience of the fires and stuff was just that tensions were really high, and we also had an experience in our last house where we had a neighbor who was kind of harassing us, making our lives hell, and so I think it was just a little bit of that, tapping into the tension of those experiences. Yeah, it just happened naturally, my frustration with you.
Yeah, we shot it in our real home that we share together, so we kind of we tapped into some comfortable dynamics that we have sometimes. So,
nice.
And then maybe sort of extended them.
Yeah, monetize that stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We're trying to monetize our lives.
Questions from the audience. This is there we go.
Is that also your dog?
Yes. Thank you. We have 2 dogs, actually, and one of them, it didn't make it into the film. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Well, we had that idea at Patty's Diner in Toluca Lake, so maybe that was part of it. I feel like the egg thing, once we had the idea of the UFO, it's like there are certain things that I'm interested in that are like those things that seem so like, oh, it just has to be this conspiracy, like it just has to be real, but it's also too crazy. Like, I don't know where the egg came from. Like, it seems like if there's a UFO above your house and then an egg lands in your yard, like, it's gotta have come from the UFO. But also, like, why, how did it come from why would an egg come from the UFO? And I kind of feel that way about a lot of things. So I feel like it kind of clicked in that way. Yeah.
Anyone else? Yeah.
Okay, so how do you think what happened after? Did the UFO go away, or did it come down in spirit? Spirit of your character?
Yeah.
Did you take it that far?
Well, I think, my character kind of ends up with the pitiful role of kind of abandoning the situation at the end. And I kind of picture that you and the dog go up into the UFO. Yeah.
Kind of happy ending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of camera did you use to shoot?
I don't remember.
It was a Black Magic. Yeah, we had an amazing DP, Chad Corhan, who wanted to be here as well, but couldn't make it. But yeah, he he showed up and just kind of took control of we had collaboration on what we wanted to see. We like storyboarded it out and stuff, but then he just kind of ran with it. And we knew that we wanted these kind of close-up shots where it kind of felt intimate with our. We didn't want to see ourselves like sitting next to each other in a wide shot. That would be horrible.
What about crafting the actual UFO?
I did that. I just got some photos on Google and threw it in there and.
From Independence Day?
No, it's not. No. Yeah, no, it's from Google, and but we had done that with some other short films. The way that we did this one really was like we want to like show it with this film that Alex had made, and we made 2 other shorts in that same thing, and just kind of had like a party and showed these short films, and they were all kind of made in one day each, and it was just a fun experience to try and make a bunch of stuff. And so sort of the idea around that is like, oh, we'll just do whatever, like we won't worry too much about how we're gonna do the UFO thing. Like it would be cool if we had a miniature or something, but Google, yeah.
Well, looked great.
Thank you, thank you, yeah,
Oh.
that was me, I did that.
So what are you guys gonna do next?
Well, we made a feature horror film last year, and that just came out in February. And this we made kind of while we were waiting for that to kind of come out, and we really want to make another feature. And so if there are any investors in the audience tonight, we're looking. We've got contracts ready.
Do you have a log line, or are you keeping it under wraps?
Well, we have, I don't know, we like to be prepared, so we have a couple scripts going. We have the Ray Majo Johnson story, which is a story of a young girl who experiences head trauma, then changes her world. And the Landlord Special, which is a horror film slasher.
Nice. Well, thanks so much for coming
Thank
up and
you.
sharing this with us.
Thank you for having me.